Hey, BassGeek here, and today we're going to talk about spy baiting for deep summer largemouth. That's right, so we're going to talk about spy baiting for those summer bass, those deep summer bass, those suspended summer bass. This is a very finessey presentation, and it works on largemouth, not just those smallmouth that it's become famous for. Now, it's something that I've been doing for a couple years now. You know, I haven't showed you guys all of this. You've seen a little bit of it last year in a video that me and my buddy Jeremy did. And this is definitely my go-to. The Duo Realis, I love it because it comes in the sizes that really cover the water column for me. So there's 3 sizes roughly, but my 2 go-to sizes are the 80, the 90. Now I do have the 100s. They're bigger. I don't have any with me here today, but the 80 and the 90, if they're feeding on bigger shad or bait fish and they're really deep, then yeah, that 90 is, or that 100 is what you want to go to. For me, my go-to is definitely this size. Now here's kind of a size comparison. This is the 80. This is the 90. During the fall, I really like that 80, whether it's for largemouth or smallmouth. But the 90 is a good size, especially shortly after the shad spawn. And those shad move out there deep, and those early year shad begin to hatch and move out. That 80 or that 90 can be a great size. Now, colors, what do I like color-wise? Well, you pretty much are seeing it right here. This is, let me get it untangled. The hooks are sharp. This is the Ghost Minnow, very translucent, got a little bit of a brown black back and a little bit of a pearl essence kind of blue on it, but very translucent. That's my go-to in clear, calm water. The good old bone color, you can't go wrong with a bone when you're trying to mimic shad. Then need a little bit of extra color. This is the chartreuse shad. So it's got a nice chartreuse line, good color, got a little bit of a gray back to it. And that's what I like, especially around the smallmouth. Now, like I said before, the one thing about this bait that you need to remember is that it is a hard bait, okay? It's a hard bait. So when do we throw hard baits? Sun, overcast, a little bit of chop. That's when they tend to work their best, all right? Now, if you get none of those conditions, let's say it's a high sun, calm, clear water, right? If the bass are chasing, this is also a very good bait to pick up. Now, if they're chasing up high in the water column, that's when I may go to that 80, unless I'm matching the hatch and that 90 or even that 100 matches the hatch. That's when I'm going to change up. But for the most part, my go-to really is the 90. So let's talk about rod, reel, and line setup. So this is my Tatula. This is my Daiwa Tatula. It's a 7-foot, and like I said, it's a 7-foot medium fast action. Works perfectly. Just want to make sure you've got a little bit of a bend, a little bit softer tip. It's going to help you casting, but it's also going to help you fighting with these treble hooks, so that when those largemouth are digging, you're not ripping these treble hooks out of their mouth. Now, this is my Mock Crush. It is a 6-speed, but you have to slow down, guys. You have to slow down. That's a big key to the retrieve. I fish it no higher than 10-pound test. 10-pound test is a little heavy. I know some guys that fish them on 4 pound test. It's a little light for my blood. 6 and 8. I like 8-pound test. That generally is what I'm going to throw them on. Now just remember this, the heavier the line, the less action the bait's going to get. So that 6 or 8, start off with 8 if that's what you're comfortable with, and work from there. So this is actually a perfect setup for what I was talking about when it comes to the spybait. Now what we've got here is we've got a road bed. So there's a road that runs the length of this bank, and right out there we just spotted a small school of bass. Now it's a small school. I don't know if we're going to, it may not even be bass, but don't know if we're going to get them to bite. But this is the perfect, this is exactly what I was telling you we want. We definitely have chop on the water. We got a little bit of wind blowing in this direction, which is going to create some current blowing up on to the road bed. The road bed is anywhere from 20-25 feet deep right here. So what we're going to do, they were closer to the bottom, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually throw this out. I'm going to give it just a little bit of lift. We're going to go ahead and let it sink. And so we're on the bottom now. What we're going to do is we're just going to give it a little bit of lift, and then we're going to start slowly reeling. And I do mean slowly reeling. May pick it up just a little bit more because I can feel it touching the bottom. But really that's all there is to spybait. You're just contouring that bottom, or you're fishing it down to where those fish are. And I'll show you kind of how to count it down here in just a second. Now, let's say those fish were, suspended up halfway up, let's say 10 feet. So what I'm going to do again is I'm going to make a long cast. And as soon as it starts hitting the water, that's 3 1,000, 4 1,000, 5 1,000, 6 1,000, 7 1,000, 8 1,000, 9 1,000. I'm going to go ahead and start reeling. So again, nice and slow, nice and slow. And that's the key, perfect conditions right now though, perfect conditions for spybait. We got some really good chop on the water. If there was a bunch of fish out here, I promise you we'd probably hook up with one. I don't know exactly where we are in relation to that group of fish. I did drop a waypoint, but like I said, there wasn't a lot of them. So again, like I said, a long cast, nice, smooth, slow retrieve. The deeper you are, the slower the retrieve. All right, guys, let me tell you, don't overlook this finesse technique for those deep summer bass and those ledge fish. I'm telling you, this will get some bites and put some fish in the boat that you otherwise wouldn't. It works for largemouth just as well as smallmouth. As you can see, guys, it's a great technique. Use it in the right situation and you will boat a few more bass than maybe you would have otherwise. All right, guys, like I said, the only one that I really use is the Duo Realis. I'm telling you, it is the best. I've seen a bunch of underwater footage, shot some underwater footage myself. Absolutely, hands down, the best action of any of them. All right, questions, comments in the comment section below, guys. I love to talk about fishing with you. Make sure you get out and you try the Spybait or the Duo Realis Spinbait, whatever you want to call it. Give it a shot. I think you will be pleasantly surprised. Like it if you like it. Don't forget to subscribe, and as always, make sure you ring that bell so you get the notifications when these videos come out. And as always, you guys rock. All right, so sorry this video come out a day late, but here is the video. As you can see, how to walk the frog. Lord, I don't even know where we're at here, but anyway, you can see it. So, all that being said, let's pick a winner. Filter the duplicates, include some replies. 126 unique comments. And let's see who won. Mr. Doug Shelton, what's going on, man? You rock, brother. You have won. I will leave my email in your comment here that says "You rock, dude." Hashtag walk the frog, and get your address, get you to verify, and congrats, man. I'll send that box out to you as soon as you get me your address. All right, guys, as always, I appreciate everything you do to me. Thanks for watching. The views are going back up. I appreciate that. Help spread the word. Share some videos if they're older videos, the video that got you to subscribe. Share that video out, even if it's an older video. Maybe the video that's helped you the most catch some bass. Share that video out for me and let people know you are part of the Bass Geek Nation. As always, you guys rock.